Never in a million years did I ever think I'd see Naruto and Sasuke team up using a sexy reverse harem jutsu to fight off a god. Like, this chapter was funny. So at this point, I honestly thought we would never see that jutsu again, and to see it used in this chapter was a very funny chapter. It was, for the most part, giving you a little bit more of a lighthearted feel. I mean, at the end of the day, every chapter has just been knockout, drag-out, serious, and this chapter kind of brought out a little bit more of the humor, and it was just really funny overall, a lot of things that went down. So Kaguya's powers keep on evolving, and like we keep seeing little glimpses of how different they are. Seemingly, what she's been doing thus far is changing up the world that they're in right now, or the dimension that they're in right now, with different elements. Like, first she had the lava, and now she changed it up into just like everything is icy now. And you can tell that they're still in the same place, because if you've been looking up in the corner, there's like some sort of castle or palace up there. So they're pretty much in the same place, and what I'm imagining is, if this isn't in the shinobi world that we know, then maybe this is a replication of Kaguya's house and Kaguya's world back when she was still alive, and that castle was actually her home where Hagoromo and them lived with her. But it seems she can also create different dimensions as well, and different places, because in the end of the chapter, when she drags Sasuke through, he's in a different place entirely, unless he's just like in a different section of this dimension. It's really hard to pinpoint exactly what Kaguya's power is, because even Kakashi's kind of like trying to figure it out, because it's seemingly that she keeps on changing the elements around the surroundings of where they're at, but then at the same time she has dragged Sasuke to a different place. So can she create multiple dimensions? It's really tough to say. And good old Obito still hanging on. Like, at this point, I don't even know if he was already dead and Kakashi was just protecting his body, or what the fuck was up, because in this chapter it looked like Naruto was putting his hand on him to try and revive him, similar to what he did to Guy, unless Obito was this entire time just barely, you know, he was on life support, and then Naruto just right now kind of revitalized him, so that way Obito can help them out in the fight. At this point, it's like, yo, Obito should have been, and I'll keep saying it, he should have been long since dead at this point, but hopefully he could come back and do something. At least if he's going to be a plot device, then be useful and do something. Help them at least get out of here and bring them back to the regular world once the infinite Tsukuyomi is gone. Because again, they can't even return yet until those Hokage actually figure out, you know, how to stop this tree and everything. And I'd imagine once they do figure it out, or once they're close to getting it, Kaguya's going to pop back over there and say, I gotta fix this first. But definitely it felt like a lot of man service with this chapter. Not only with the sexy jutsu, when you see like Obito there bare-chested and Naruto just putting his hand on him, it was just like, I don't know, did the ladies like that Obito man service? And I was surprised as hell to see Sasuke would actually go along with one of Naruto's plans. You know, okay, that in and of itself is a surprise, because Sasuke, for the most part, seems like he's always the dominating leader, but he was open to suggestions. But then for him to go even further and listen to a suggestion of, hey, let's use a pervert jutsu to try and stop this female, it's like, females don't work the same as men. Like, a female ain't gonna fall for something like that easily. I mean, Sakura, she's Sakura, so she'll fall for just about anything, but Kaguya Otsutsuki, she's already seeming like a bad bitch. Like, yo, sex ain't gonna sway her one way or another. And also at the same time, since technically she still is like Madara in a sense, I don't think Madara was gay, so I don't think she could fall for that anyway. And that awkward moment when you realize Kaguya Otsutsuki, kind of cute. And I was trying to figure out who everyone is in the panel or whatever on the sexy harem jutsu when they used it, and I could see like one of them looked like Kabuto, one of them looked like Jugo, I think Suigetsu was in there. There was a couple different people, Sai, and it was just funny to see. Again, it wasn't to be taken serious. I mean, if you took that serious and you're raging, how dare they? Come on, it's a joke. At the end of the day, Naruto's had humor in it in the beginning of the series, and honestly, getting stuff like this, it just really felt, oh man, you know, it's that classic Naruto feel where things were a little bit funnier, and Naruto would do silly knuckleheaded things like this to try and get through. It still surprises me though that Sasuke went along with it. Like, if it was a, you know, normal attack, I would understand, but you were trying to play off her vag. What the fuck, bro? And it seems as though Naruto and Sasuke, the panels kind of confused me a little bit, because you see at first they're like charging and nothing is there, and then below you see that Kaguya is there. So was it that they were charging and then like Sasuke used his Sharingan Rinnegan to pop them right in front of Kaguya or some shit, because they were just right there and then she wasn't there, and then all of a sudden in the next panel she is there? Or was it the whole point that they were going to smack the symbols together so that way they could do some sort of technique? More so going along the lines of he uses Sharingan Rinnegan wing, whatever you want to call it, to put them right in front of Kaguya, and they were about to use a combo, which I would like that more. Like, if it was just that he's gonna hit her in the front, he's gonna hit her in the back, a lot of sex talk today, with the moon and sun, then cool, but if they're gonna combine hands again, it just seems a little bit, Kishimoto playing off that food Joshi. And to be honest, at the end of the chapter, I was actually surprised to see Sasuke was the one that got dragged in. To be honest, I thought he would be a little bit more perceptive than that to get separated, because it's a good plan by Kaguya. They've been dominating, they've been holding their own at the very least, working together. So yeah, Black Zetsu was like, okay, let's separate them. And to be honest with you, with Kaguya not even talking, I'm wondering, like, was she always like that? Was she just like a mute? Is it that she can't talk? She doesn't want to talk? Is Black Zetsu controlling her? Like, I'm curious what's up with that. Or maybe, you know, crazy theory, Hamada is controlling all of this shit, and he just really wanted his mommy back. And I'm curious as to how Kaguya is going to do this, because unless she can be in two places at once, is she going to keep popping in from dimension to the other, fighting Naruto on this side and Sasuke on that side? It would be epic as hell, as while she's going from one dimension to the other, like half her body's in one dimension, half of it is in the other. Naruto grabs her legs, Sasuke grabs her arms, and they just fuck her up right there. And in all honesty, it was just a funny, cool chapter. Nothing too extreme, nothing too, you know, gather of, you know, there was a few different things in there, like Obito and a couple different things, but for the most part, it was just a chill chapter to sit back, relax, and enjoy, and, you know, take a load off of all the serious nature of what's been going on between Madara, Guy, now Kaguya. It was just a funny one. I'm gonna give this one 6.5 out of 10. I really just enjoyed it. It was fine. It wasn't anything amazing, and it just really felt like that classic Naruto feel when things were a little bit funnier. But let me know what you guys think. First of all, was Obito given some chakra so that he can revive and be used as a plot device later on to help out against Kaguya? Maybe he'll be the one that helps him teleport to their homeland. Also, all the ladies and anybody that enjoys it, what did you think of the man service this week with the sexy harem reverse jutsu and that Naruto Obito scene? Like, did you get a kick out of it? What do you think Naruto and Sasuke were going for when they were both going to attack Kaguya right there? Was that illustration of kind of like, you know, because it also resembled when they had their first fight, when they were both charging at each other, except this time they're working in teams. What do you think about that? Were they going to use a moon-sun combination? Were they just going to attack her from front and behind? What do you think's up with that castle that we keep seeing in the corner? Was that Kaguya's home, and she keeps recreating different elements and different ways of her homeland? And just your overall thoughts of the chapter. Did you get a laugh out of it? I honestly thought it was just a chill, funny chapter, and it just really took a load off my mind of like all the crazy shit that's been going on. But that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, you can do so as well. That'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.